items of power.
Keep the peace.
The amphora is full? Good. I will hold that for now. So you have seen what Backloggery saw, and walked where she walked. Now hear what our prophetess taught. From the frozen north, she led our forebears across the plains to Snowmelt Pass. There she promised all a place. At Snowmelt Spring, above the sea, they turned to see the far-off shores they had left behind, and all was sore of heart. Backloggery consoled them then. "Forget what you left behind," she said. "We go to a new home, where each shall have a place." And then they came to the pools of Gallifore Plain, where she taught that Lyria's grace is like the waters all around. There a line formed to drink and bathe, and those at the back of the line bickered with those in the front. Backloggery grew angry. She spoke to her children, saying that as this spring flows, so do Lyria's blessings, to all and wide, and without preference. From there, they continued east until they stood upon the bluffs and saw this spire. There, Tyrion taught us of the 3 gifts. Every Rethiri child knows the 3 gifts, learns them by heart. They are shelter, blessing, and hope. All who dwell in Lyria's city shall find shelter. All may come to this temple for blessing and orison, and for all, the hope of a better day. Now you know what you need to know. You are ready for the second task. It is service. Each seeking the orison must serve Lyria among her people. For you, there is a man named Nur in the lower tunnels. Day and night he profanes the name of Lyria with falsehoods. Discredit his words before the ears of my children. Drive him away from there. To do this, you must rely on the teachings of the Sojourn. Shall I repeat them for you now? Good. Go then, and do Lyria's work. If you fail at first, persist.
What can I do for you? They were primarily sent to the strongholds of the plains of Varethel, but anything... Goodbye.
Move along, citizen.
Curios, talismans.
City Watch, move along.
We who are weak and ill-fated, we are a human more loved by Lyria than us? Tell me then, does Lyria not love those above more than she loves us? Why else would she put the fortunate upon the spire with her temple and cast us down here in the dark? What chains? I'm here of my own free will to teach. Ill-fate and poverty has driven me here. You twist my words, villain! If you're so clever, then tell me, are we not fated? Did Lyria not place us down here by design? What do I? Why, you thick-skulled Uruk! You petty snot-nosed! Look at what they do! They trick you, they... Forgive me, my friends, but you do not deny it, then? You admit that Lyria gave us our lot, gave us nothing but these dank caves and a few meager coins? How dare you? What? Don't you laugh at me! After all, I mean, friends, I speak hastily. This devil has tangled my words. Wipe those smirks off your faces. I see them. I tell you truths, and you smirk? You laugh at me? Fine. Stay the sheep you are. Stay in your pen. You are caged sheep. Keep to your pens.
Fancy a gamble? Kess...
Move along!
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
The temple is Lyria's. The garden.
Word has come to me of your service. You defended our faith and Rathia's image admirably. You have reached the final task. It is not far off. In fact, it is standing before me at this very moment. It is the giving, and you give it of yourself. When you are ready, tell me so. The sparrows are rag pickers and dwell in the lowest of the tunnels. Still, Lyria loves them too, perhaps most of all. First, you must choose. Give of yourself the wisdom you have gained, or give a magic gem of the highest water, or give in gold a sum of great worth. Do you understand? Yes. Some of your experience offered as a sacrifice to Lyria. This was the original giving, and still that which she loves the most. Gems are pure magic. They are the perfect gift for our goddess. Place an epic gem in this ceremonial figurine to give it for the orison. Does it seem low or petty to you? Magic is the current of power in our world. Gold is a sort of magic in the minds of mortals. Of course, it takes a great deal in Lyria's eyes to equal the worth of the other two. Excellent. Tell me, which do you choose? Then by Lyria's light and Tyrion's teaching, I, priestess of this temple, receive your gift and conclude the orison. You have walked the path of our ancestors, spoken the words of our prophets, and given truly of yourself. Lyria guard you, Lyria guide you, and may her blessing be upon you. You have seen for yourself. Many in Rathia perform the rite, once, maybe twice in a lifetime. The work is hard, but the aura is slow to fade. have done well. Be proud.
May your fate be blessed.
Keep the peace.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
This is the City Watch.
The Watch sees all in Rathir.
You, halt! Guards and prisoners only through this door. We are the City Watch, and this is our home. You are a guest. Conduct yourself as one. You don't want to end up in there, believe me. What's worse, though, is resisting arrest. I don't advise it. Do not think us a people given to folly or crime. But in a city so large as this, there must always be exceptions to the rule. If you have no business, be on your way.
How can I help you? Goodbye.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Lunar gardens are enchanting. It's always nice.
Good day.
The maid who hesitates is lost. You must be confident. You must strike. Ah! A newly recruited student. Welcome. Please join us. We're simply preparing for some field research. There are a number of advantages to basing ourselves in Rathir. The plains are among the most magical of the regions in these lands. And we receive special patronage from the Orbicant, the rules of Rathir, for the purposes of furthering the study of magic. Magic is reaching all races. We do not know what its limitations and strengths are, and we are in for darker times. I oversee the training of initiates here in the Rathir chapter. Defensive work, mostly, to protect themselves while doing research or going on expeditions. Part of the training involves sending initiates to Gloam Thicket, a Fey hollow in a Katha. It gives my pupils first-hand experience with Fey magics. Now that I think of it, I believe you're overdue for some field research yourself. Care to investigate? I try to give the initiates some perspective on the scope and types of magic. Part of this involves seeing the magic of the Fey. Gloam Thicket was an ideal spot for them to observe Fey magic. But lately, they haven't been returning. Something's preying on the initiates. Like I said, it's in the Akatha. Given the environment and the presence of Morgan, I'd say a Banshane priestess has awakened. Dangerous things. I suggest fireballs to the head repeatedly until it stops moving. It's nestled in the flooded plains of Akatha. Never used to be more than Morgan there. Now it's something more serious. Find the Banshane priestess that's killing our initiates, and put it down. Stupid Han.
I have healing abilities if you seek some aid. Healing is a discipline that not many choose to pursue here. There is a stigma that it is a craft for village elders and common folk. But it involves mastery of spellcraft, alchemy, and anatomy. Many simply lack the patience needed to learn these works. I've lived in Rathir my whole life. This is the heart of the Alfar, the center of the world. I came to the Order years ago, eager to learn how magic can be used to help the mortal races. I joined the Order to become a battle mage, but I quickly learned the horrors of such magic. I elected to study healing instead. Come anytime. Greetings. Greetings.
Good day.
The captain of the watch? Corrupt?
Nothing finer in all Amalur.
Lyria, light your way.
Do not miss Leogryph's many marvels.
Oh, goodness.
Adept, welcome.
Greetings.
Excellent job. You've earned a Scholia Arcana stipend, if nothing else. Now, let's see what you've learned. What was the point of your final lesson? No, that is all wrong. Were this the official exam, you would have failed miserably. Where was I?
is Dolveyan. You an officer? Got an officer's pass? No pass, no entry. It's a privilege to wear the steel helm. All who do should be proud. I gave my captain back chalk once, just once. And what do I get? 3 months guard duty, day and night. This here's our base, barracks and storehouse west of the Forian Strait. It played a bigger role back when the war raged where you and I stand now. But that was near on 10 years back. That's right, officers only. If you've got a pass, show it here. An hard night drinking in Rathia, was that it? Woke up with less in your pockets than you used to have? If I had a gold piece every time. We see that, especially from your sort, just back from the front. Well, have this pass we keep for visiting dignitaries. And try not to drink so much.
Fresh recruits stay here sometimes before they ship off.
Fresh recruits stay here sometimes before they ship off. Fresh recruits stay here sometimes before they ship off. So damn far from the war.
So, you got in old Dove arm then? I hope it wasn't much trouble. Were you able to recover my arms? The staff wasn't rotted through, was it? That's it! No mistaking this old piece of wood. I feel braver just holding it in my hands. And the talisman? Did you find it in its place? Ah, wonderful! I couldn't say how many blades and arrows this saved my family from. I feel safer with it on my arm, all the same. Here, have this for your troubles. Life in a fortress sounds grand, but I'd take Rathir, with its vets and food and fair-eyed ladies, any day. Nothing like it anywhere in Amalur, I promise you. Beauty, elegance, wisdom. There's no putting it to words, really. The name of Arn kept me safe until now. But a war is a hungry beast, and I suppose it was in my cards to be called sooner or later. And Lyria guard us both.
Come in. What do you need today? Come see me again.
Good day to you.
What's for sale?
Students of magic, masters of spells.
So many mages these days.
Adept, welcome.
Your inquiry was successful. Please, take this to cover travel and any other expenses.
I have healing abilities if you seek some aid. If you need me again, I'll be here.
Good day.
Mind your step.
At your service, the lady of House Anwan's beside herself over her son. Poor Anfei's almost... Oh, excuse me.
My son Malian is gravely ill. The healers say his blood is diseased, but I am sure it must be poison. If I were younger, I'd go and find the Lepidus myself and prove them wrong. The healers name it as an affliction of the blood, but Anwan blood has bent beneath no malady in generations. No, Malian was poisoned, I am sure. Our line is ancient. However, if my son Malian is not cured, we shall wither, and the weeds of wyvern gift grasp ever higher. His father died in the Battle of Galliffer Plain, his sisters in Cluricon. He is all I have left, and he is slipping away from me. It was early in the war, and until that time we had known only defeat. The day was won, and my husband lost. So Tanra Gif has been spreading more artless rumors, has she? I'm not against the war. Haven't I given my husband and daughters to it? But I fear for the sovereignty of Rathir. The army under General Talera has too much liberty, land, and sway. And what do we get in return? Brutal and heavy-handed approaches to a complicated problem. More sophisticated tactics might have saved lives. She is lost in the wilderness. She searches for mythical solutions to real problems. How can this stalemate end? One would imagine a Losalfar general to use a bit more wisdom to combat the Tuatha. The Wyverns were of respected and decent lineage, though their wealth was not great. Then the merchants Gif bought House Wyvern, much to our surprise. They have mixed sea wash with fine wine. Bring my son this wild plant, and I will see you richly rewarded. This I swear. Of course not. But my family legacy says it will, and I have no wish to watch my son die while there is still a chance for hope. There's only one place that I know of, the Acathan wetlands. You must search for it there. You will know Lepidus by the shape of its blue flower. It is an herb with natural properties. It is not strictly alchemy, and it does not cure a poison. However, it can relieve the symptoms for a time. Malian will still need an antidote before he is fully well. Be wary. I have sent servants before you who did not return.
Don't mind me.
It's a nightmare, it is.